right, so let's take this story. Lady says not to pray for marriage in Hallelujah Challenge.
What's it?
Lady says not to pray for marriage in Hallelujah Challenge.
Why? Hey.
Let's watch the video. So let's have the video of Lady says not to pray for marriage in Hallelujah Challenge.
Praying for marriage in Hallelujah Challenge, and most of the comments I was getting was, how old are you? Because you're not old yet and whatever. I'm 29. I'm 29. Let us all normalize everybody not being so desperate to wanting to marry. Like, it's not everybody that wants to, like, I'm not saying I don't want to get married. I want to get married, but you will not catch me praying for a marriage. What happens to a man praying for the marriage? What happens? Like, I always tell people, like, the best decision that I have made right now is the fact that I haven't even settled to get married. Not that I have not seen people, not that people haven't asked me out, but because I'm not going to settle, I'm not going to run into something because you feel like I am old for me. And then you now have some men saying, don't worry now, it's because she's in Canada. Like, what does location have to do with anything? What does location have to do with anything? Why will I be praying for a spouse when I can always pray for me and pray for my good health and pray for money and pray for things that would actually benefit me and benefit my direct family right now? Why will I go and pray for another human being? Why? And why will I be desperate to wanting to marry? Guy, if I don't marry, I am okay.
I want to be married. But marriage is not the most important part.
Do you see the comments I've been getting? Somebody even asked me, how old are you? Like, it's a problem. Like, my age is a problem. Like, okay, because I am this age, I need to be praying to be married. Or I need to come out and, like, Omo, why is a man not praying for me?
He must love himself.
Why is a man not praying to marry me? I get bad character. People even want to get married and they don't know the feeling. They don't know what it is to live alone. They don't know what it is to have their own thing. They don't know what it is to be independent financially, emotionally, physically. They don't know anything. The only thing is that, okay, because this man is buying me this, you're screaming on the top of your lungs for bare minimum shit that you can actually work hard and get it. Even if it's the little money you're earning, get it for yourself so that men will stop feeling like they own you. Wake up.
Back. Well, you're still watching The Buzz, and this particular lady that is talking, I'm sure that she's just talking from her own perspective, but behind the camera our guest has been saying a lot, so I wanted to bring it to the table. TK.
Okay, number one, I agree. Nobody can tell you what to pray about.
Yeah.
I agree. I mean, it is your free will to express your concern to your God and say, look, God, these are my concerns, please help me address it. But the angle where I would agree with her is that I think we should also, especially for those of us who are on the other side, who are on the pulpits, we should be careful the way we make this issue of marriage look, so that we don't start having people who are becoming desperate and think that their life would not move forward without getting married. You know, marriage is beautiful. I mean, one, and I wish it for everybody. But I'm saying that issues could happen, things can happen that could lead to you having probably late marriage. So I'm saying, don't be desperate about it. Yeah, you can get married anytime when it's right for you to get married. But do you know who I'm so desperate that they put their life on a standstill just because they're waiting for the marriage?
Yeah.
You know, so I agree to an extent with her. Don't make it like the four corner of everything. Marriage will come. As a matter of fact, I think the time you use in praying for marriage, why don't you work on yourself and be marriageable? I mean, yeah, there's any word like that. I mean, why don't you use the work on yourself to make yourself good enough to be married? Because there are so times that you are so focused on the institution of marriage that you don't ask yourself, am I even okay? If God gives you to a man or to a woman in marriage, I think God did not mean well for that other person. Because it's going to be a blessing to that person or a cross to that person. So I agree with that to an extent. Number one, where I disagree is that number one, people can pray for whatever they want to pray for. It's their life, it's their concern. What concerns you may not concern me. That's why we are different. And some people, their concern right now is how to move their career forward. Some people, their concern is how to get married. So one, but the angle where I agree with her is that we should be careful that we don't push that narrative and get people desperate, especially the women. I have noticed, I lead a church, I pastor a church. When you ask for, if you are trusting God for the fruit of the womb, trusting God for pregnancy, come out. It's the women that come out. You hardly see men come out. Even men who are waiting, who are trusting God, they hardly come out. That means we may look as if it's the woman's problem. Lack of pregnancy is the woman's problem. Lack of marriage is the woman's problem. So you see a man who is 35, who is 40, you don't see him desperate to get married. But you see a lady of 27, already someone's saying over his head. Anytime she sees people, there's this question mark, when will you bring somebody? Now, I'm very careful when I talk to the young ones around me. And I tell them, look, I'm asking this question not to put pressure on you. I want to be sure that somewhere in your mind you are thinking about it, but don't make it as if you are desperate about it. When I ask you that, what's your plan? I'm not saying it so that you can put it, no, I'm not saying it. Sorry. The same way you think about education, the same way you think about your career, think about your job, think about marriage too. But don't drop everything and not look out of place because you are not married yet. So I think in that angle I agree. But in the angle of telling people what to pray about or what not to pray about is people's, it's between them and their God.
Exactly, I totally agree.
Do you want to say something?
Okay. First of all, I would like our parents, especially our mothers, to calm down. That's the truth, because a lot of our parents, especially the mothers, they are actually pressurizing the young ones, and especially the ladies, all those stuff like that. You understand? So it's very important that our mothers should take things easy. Yes, because as a lady, you want to get married, definitely. Like, you're looking at your age, my age is like this and all that. But then, the truth is, God's time is the best. That's just the truth. All right? So, if you enter this marriage early enough, and probably what you're expecting is what you are not actually saying, then what do you want to do? So, it's very important you give yourself some time. Trust God. All right? Trust God. That's just it.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Trusting God is actually very important.
But some people just actually pray ahead, like pray.
Yes, it's not like they want it at that moment, but
just pray in advance.
Yes,
God,
most people that are living right now, they are living in answered prayers for prayers they have prayed in the past.
Yes.
So it's not like at that point when they were praying, they actually needed it at that point, but they were just praying ahead. So
I agree with you, but let's also be sincere with ourselves. We are in an environment, we're in a culture or in a society where they tend to like time your life.
Yeah.
They put in their, you can't see it, but you can feel it that everybody like. So some people stop going for family functions because of things like that. I have a cousin, is it cousin, nephew, younger, and she hardly come for events, and I know that this is the reason. She feels that people are looking at her and are like, oh, you could marry now. Oh, you could see, So I think we need to reduce that. We need to stop it. And the church also needs to look. Yeah, you can teach people to pray ahead, but the way manner we also raises some of these prayers. We will raise it. It makes it look as if there's something wrong with you if you don't get married at this particular time. So I think a lot has to be done.
Even for the men,
orientation.
Even for the men are beginning to see themselves as, because she said something that these men are beginning to see themselves as all there is. Because if you go to comment sections, you see a lady, the first thing you will see a guy say is, go see your husband. I mean, why would that be the first thing to come to your mind? Like, they're talking as if they are the price. Like,
no, that's what they call. No, over time, the culture has placed the men as the one who determine what go happen. So when they come to you with that mind of, if you know do I go come out, so you need me. So it's changing with time, and it's going to take time to change. When people get taught over time, and the orientation will change. But I'm saying, ladies, pray about your marital life. It's important, but don't get to the point where you become anxious. Even though the Bible said we should be anxious for nothing. Do you know, I always tell this to people that I pastor. I said, when you are done praying and your anxiety grows, you have wasted that prayer point. You don't pray anytime you pray or you attend a prayer event or a church event and you leave that event more anxious than you went into that event, that event was not meant for you. You get, so prayer is not meant to build anxiety. It's not meant to increase your anxiety. It's also build your faith.
Peace.
You get, and I say this, and I want to be a bit careful here. I think, thank God for the new pastors coming up now. I think we are beginning to substitute the teaching ministry with the prophetic ministry. A lot of these prayer programs, prayer events, beautiful, is good, but I think we need more teachers. Because after you pray, even the quality of your prayer is determined by the level of your knowledge. Yeah. So there's some prayers you hear people lead, and I know that this prayer is coming from the point of ignorance. It's, you say praying, but it's coming from the point of ignorance. The way you would have prayed it if you were more knowledgeable about the workings of God would have been different. You would have prayed the prayer but in a different way, because now you are praying it based on your knowledge of the God you are praying to. You get what I'm saying? So we need to, when we raise prayer about who to marry, have you taught the people about marriage? Have you taught the people about their expectations in marriage? You know, when you do that, you now pray. The way they will pray will be different when you've not taught them. You say, Badura, Oluwa, because I come for me, provide me a husband. And God like, write you a husband.
What up?
You know, really? You get what I'm saying? Because, look, if I teach you to be a good woman, you will attract a good man.
Yeah.
Because the things you look for in a man will change. I'm telling you, the things you will see when a man stands before you, the things you will see will be different because you are well taught. You are being well groomed.
Yeah.
So it's a lot dicey here. I'm being careful because you see things springing up everywhere. Prayer 6 to 7 a.m. It's springing up. But I'm saying that we need teachings, in-depth teachings to back it up. Unless the prayer will bring more anxiety. Will bring more anxiety.
Totally agree. Anyways, well, we've heard it from TK. Let's say Pastor.
I pastor a church.
Of course you do. Well, anyways, let's just move on to another thing. I don't know why Jane brought.
Honestly, just on the first day, we need to
we like to hear him out, like you said.
Thank you.
I mean, we like to hear him out.
Sorry, Jerry, please.
Okay, concerning this, right?
Of course.
Okay, yeah, prayer is good. Prayer is very good because even the Bible says pray without ceasing. All right. So, like he said, the truth is, even Jesus, when God was creating the heavens, all right, and the earth, God had to create the heavens first before He placed Adam on the earth. So God did His own preparation. You have to prepare. You have to get yourself ready. Then after you're ready, maybe financially, very important, okay? Because you can't just say I want to get married tomorrow and you're not competent enough. You're going to frustrate yourself.
Of course.
You're going to frustrate your partner, you understand? So it's very important to plan yourself very well. Then, of course, you've been praying. So you trust God, okay, God, finally I want to settle down. Then God probably will start giving you signs or something. But then, if you love someone, if you want to get married to someone, you just have to, bro, come out of your shell, approach, say it to the lady or something, you understand? But don't be under pressure. That's the truth. Don't just give yourself unnecessary ready because I want to get married. You get married, and if you don't get married, you still live now.
I mean,
life goes on.
Life goes on. You marry, don't worry. You have your life to live. And you live it to the fullest. Maximize that moment that you have. For every moment you have, maximize it. You don't need to position your happiness or your fulfillment on a man or a marriage. You can still get fulfilled without that. So trust me. TK has actually said that already. So I don't need to add more to it. Well.